celebrate again. Say my name. Say my name. And every combination, we are shining. And we will never be afraid again. Say my
Just want to take this moment. I want to get everyone to head over to our Facebook page and give it a like. And if you have any questions about anything, you can always send me a message on that. And yeah. So welcome back, guys. I didn't really do a bit of an intro because I've got stuck into doing work when I was at work. So I don't know if I'll put this at the start or if I'll set this in after, but obviously my motivation has stayed gained for this, which is good. So I've pulled the bags out, I've made up some plates, bolting bump stops for it, and yeah, that's pretty much where we're at now. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a voiceover here. So at the moment we've got the airbag out here, just showing that we've got the airbag out. And this is one of the old bump stops that I cut off. So I'm just going to use that as an example so I can make up some new ones. And I might cut out some 2 discs here so I can weld these bump stops to as a plate. The reason that I'm making this voiceover is the radio was on in the background and I had a copyright claim. So I'm just explaining here that's where the bump stop's going to be. I'm just going to tack weld it, and then tack weld some studs to it so I can sample it in the car and give it a trial. Just made 2 discs up. Probably would have liked to go a little bit thicker. It's still pretty thick, like I can't even flex that. And it's not like there's already a solid base where the airbag sits. So that'll go where on this top set where this top section sat. So like that. I'll weld some nuts on here where they go, and then I'll put a bump stop on the other side. So it shouldn't be too bad. There's already structure there, it just sits on it anyway. But yeah, so I've knocked them up. I'll try and mark out the bolt holes and drill them out, or put some nuts on it, whatever I'm gonna do, and then try and make up some bump stops. I've got some grease. I'm gonna put some grease on the holes here, fit my plates where I need them, mark the hole, that'll mark the holes out, then mark them out with a center punch or something like that, center punch them and then drill them, and yeah, or not drill them, just weld some nuts, weld some studs to it actually, sorry. I was a bit confused about what I was doing, weld some studs to where I need it. I've got my 4 bump stops there. I'm just going to run a couple slits in them just so I can taper them in a little bit and then weld them up and then weld the end. So I've been working consistently for hours. It's now, I spent a full lunch break on them, which is an hour, and it's now 5:40 and I'll finish at 4, so I've just been trying to smash them out. I'm still at work too, but I'm just going to tack weld 2 of these on these plates. Take them home, try them, and then come back and finish them off, clean them right, fully up, and make them look a little bit pretty, give them a coat of black, and yeah, I mainly want to see what the studs are going to be like, and then obviously what they're going to be like, so I'll tack them in. Home now, and these are the plates, hang on. So I've just tacked it on there, just so I can make sure it's going to be right. It's warped a little bit, so I have to smack that back down. But yeah, no, it seems to be alright. I've got this one just sitting in, that bottom bit just sitting over it. So this bottom bit, because there's already a thread there, I'll weld a nut inside that, a plate on the bottom, and then nut inside that, and then just screw it down onto it. screw, and whenever I don't want it, multi grips or whatever, unscrew. And with these top ones, they'll just, this one's come out, they'll just unscrew like with the nuts too. So I've just a little bit of a problem. My welds are hitting there in the hole, so I'm not sure if I have to elongate the hole, taper the holes a little bit, or if I screw it up and it will tighten up. All right, so I'll see what goes on there and give you an update. That bolts in really well. I am just a little bit worried about it rattling, like, but I can't get that to rattle there, so I don't think I'll have the issue because it's pretty thick. Like, it is thick enough metal. So yeah, no, I think that's pretty well right. It bolts in good. Just the two 13mm nuts, and that bolts in, tightens up nicely. So I'm gonna bolt the other one in on the other side, make sure it's gonna be right, and then pull them back out. I'm gonna find what thread that is. Oops. Find what thread that is. Get a nut sample, take it to work, and yeah, then finish them off at work tomorrow. Give them a bit of a paint. Finish welding these off. Grind the weld so they look a little bit nicer. And yeah. And then that part of the defect's done. And then I got they're doubles there, so I'll probably put doubles in it. And then I don't know, I might start moving on to, I'll pull the seats out. I probably didn't show you guys. I fixed the airbag light, but only temporary. Try and get up in here. This is my temporary airbag light fix. So it was just get the other seats, because I didn't have time, get the other pluggers off the other seat and just put them in here and plug them in on the floor. So I'll put these buckles in the seat. So that's probably the next thing, pull them out. I don't know if I have to pull them right out or if I just pull them back. And then probably maybe pull the front springs out, struts out, put different spring in there. Actually, I have to get it, I want to get an SL for it. SL, actually no, I got some. No, I got some up there, which is good. So I won't have to get any for there. Fucking light's playing up again. So I won't have to get any. So I put SLs in the front, doubles in the back, and I want to try and get past like that. So I'll try and find the specs and make sure it's going to be the right height. So once I do that, probably the seat belts, get onto the front suspension, and then I'll pull this bar off, pull the intercooler off, and have a look at what I got to do with the front there, with neatening it up and stuff. But yeah, I'll get in with the black paint, get all that rubber off. I'll paint in here nice and black, make it look good. And yeah, once I'll pull everything, when I pull everything off here, I'll give it all a nice coat of black. I want to find out what's some good black to put in there, so I'll do a bit of research. And probably paint the strut, probably pull the calipers off and paint them. I've got to bleed the brakes, so I'll pull the calipers off and paint them properly off. But yeah, bit by bit. Once I start getting closer to a few little things, I'll contact a engineer, someone that can engineer it, and ask them what they need from me, what they need me to do. I'll put a sub in the back, might get my other subs down, fix the box up a bit, put the box back in. Got to take one of my subs down to get fixed, so I'll find out which sub that is, take it to get fixed, and yeah, start doing some shit. But yeah, this is where I'm at the moment. I've got these plates made up. I was going to go wanky and grind the welds right down, make them look good. And these are the bump stops. bolts are in there just for show. Yeah, I was going to go real wanky and grind everything back, make it look perfect, but it has a rubber over it anyway, and it's illegal not to have the rubber, so, and it's got to get put over the pit and engineered, so it's got to have the rubber. So I thought, I'm not gonna. And I'll have to steal the rubbers out of that. I'm gonna pull them out. I'll push that forward, I'll jack that up and just reach my hand in there, grab the rubbers out, and then so I can put them in this, because that doesn't need it. But yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I'm gonna bolt these in now anyway, and test out these, see if I got these to work right, and go from there. It is just how I expected. Just screw them down, which is exactly how I want to make them. Nice, simple and easy. That way I can just change the bags over, change the springs to bags whenever I want, vice versa. That's awesome. I'm happy about that. Very happy like that. So I've got the wheels back on it, and I've just lowered it down. You probably can't see in there, but I do want to get the springs back out and give them a bit of a paint, just so it freshens it up a bit. The bump stops that I made are a little bit thicker, so when the rubber goes over them, the rubber doesn't actually fit over it properly, so I'll have to do some modifications to get that in properly, but I'll do some bounces, make sure nothing gonna snap, but it seems to be alright, which is good. And that sits definitely more than legal, which I'm happy with. So should be that height there should pass me flying colours, which is what I want. And then I'm just gonna get the front all sorted, and yeah. I have two very nice boxes of goodies here that I've picked up for the VZ. So I'll open these up and I'll show you what I got, because they are going to change this thing dramatically. They're going to help it dramatically. So I'll get into it and I'll show you what we got. And here we have it. Some very nice, deliciously big rotors and calipers for the front of this. So they're an XYZ 6-piston caliper, so I should have no trouble stopping. They're a 355mm disc, and it has a set of track rated brake pads in it, which are very new, fairly new. So I bought them secondhand because brand new they are ridiculously expensive. I still paid a fair bit for these, but for the price they are brand new, I got these at a good deal. So, and the only thing they've been on a burnout car, so they've done no work. They've been on the front of a burnout car, which you're not doing real hard stopping there. So I picked them up, and they're going to be going on this. So probably not in this video. I probably won't fit them in this video, but I just wanted to show you, because I don't want to just fit them up just now, because I got to pull them back off. I got to pull the strut off, the strut out. I want to paint the springs up, paint in there, paint everything I pull off, and tidy it all up. But yeah, so they should be unreal. So yeah, 6-piston. I'll give them a nice polish up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side. 6-piston. Plus, I'll have to get some braided brake line, something that's not gonna make the fucking fluid get hot and shit like that. I'll have to also get some better racing brake fluid as well. Put in the master cylinder. But at the moment, I've got the missus shitbox new car on there, because it come up with low oil pressure and the whole engine's carboned up.
very bad. So it's not something I want to be doing at this moment because I want to be working on this, but shit happens. But yeah, so with these discs and calipers, I won't be able to run any smaller than 18-inch. These are, and they are only the front, I have to let you know. So yeah, they're only the front. I still have to source something from the back, for the back. But yeah, for now, I just got the front. Not sure what brand or anything. I'll go down the back. Maybe have a look at a set of XYZ Zs as well. But yeah, we'll look into that in the future once I sort the front of it out. But yeah, very pricey, but very cheap for what they're actually worth. So I'll just show you what I've got Mrs. car at the moment. I've got all the bottom pulled apart, sump pulled off, oil pump off, all because it brought on the oil light and come up with a low oil pressure code, and was completely full of carbon and shit. So this is the oil pump here, just gotta get a new one of them. And that is the reason for the carbon was because the O-ring on the washer on the bottom of this injector failed, and which obviously leaked fuel or something down there and carboned it up, which caused the carbon to go through all the engine up the top. There's there's big chunks of carbon just sitting up in there. Yeah, so that's the reason why I just want to get a video out for you guys. So I'm going to leave that video there, but I just wanted to show you. It's because I got to fix this, and then next video we'll fit these up, do the front struts, whole front assembly, yeah, new discs, calipers, I want to paint the springs, give them a nice fresh yellow coat when I get the other springs, and yeah, just make everything nice and neat and tidy. So anyway, hopefully I got enough footage. I'm gonna leave the video there. Give it a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.